we're going to be doing some auto captioning for Premiere Pro. And I'm here on the screen. I will need to look down, unfortunately, at the screen. You should be able to follow my cursor. So this is a project that I have for YouTube. And this is one of my sequences here. As you can see it highlighted. And this over here is the project for Memory Rainbow tutorial. All right, so we can move this timeline. This is my timeline, my main monitor over here. And this is just the project panel down here. And I am in let me go to Windows here. And you'll see if you look at Windows, go to Workspaces, and I'm in the Captions and Graphics area. That's where you need to be because I'm going to be doing creating a transcription and then the captions. I'm already there, so you can do the same thing. Now, you also need to go into make sure you're in the edit area, and then you need to find the text. So you go over here to this little arrow, and then you'll see effects control, which I'm not using at the moment. Audio clip mixer I'm not using, and it says text right here. So you click on the text, and then you see this area, CC, no captions available yet. And then it allows you to create transcription. It says create transcription, create new caption track, import graphics from file. We don't want any of those. What we want to do first is we can go ahead and just create the transcription, and then we'll do the captions. So you hit create transcription. It comes up, as you can see on the screen, and it wants your language, which of course will be English. And it wants to know, do you want it to recognize separate speakers? Since I'm by myself, I'm one speaker, so no, I don't need two speakers. So I click on the no area, okay? And then audio track, if you want it mixed, I think I just want to do the audio that I happen to have on audio 1. And as you can see here, I have locked the bad audio that came with my clip from my camera. This is the green one down here below. And this pink one will be the better audio, which I have soloed. And you notice I've locked these. You can just click on the lock button and lock them or unlock them as you like. I can't do that yet until I finish this. So I'm going to hit the transcribe button. And it should begin transcription. Let's see what happens. It says creating auto transcription. You can see that up here. We'll just give it a minute or so to complete. And while it's doing that, you can see here, oh, wow, that was really quick. You can see it starts off with welcome to the Memory Rainbow. Start building your photographic memory. Okay, so that looks pretty good. You can scroll down here, you grab this little scroll bar. And you can see how quickly it did that. That was really fast. Okay, so we can go back up. Now that we have our transcription, the next thing we're going to do, we can click on this little area where it says create transcriptions. You can see the CC here. You can click on that. I have already, it says create captions. So that was those 3 little dots here. You click on that and it opens up this box, and it has subtitle default here that you can see. It has a number of different defaults, but you really just need the subtitle default. That's the one that, unless you know you need to use the others, that's the standard. I have it set to preferences because I did already do this in a previous video. Format, you're going to check format. maximum and minimum length and lines. I've already selected mine. If you open it up, you'll see you've got styles. We don't have any right now. The subtitle format, maximum length of characters. I have a 42 set, and I have gap between captions 0, lines, and I chose double line. Sometimes you prefer a single line. There were times when I actually preferred single. I think I'm going to put it on single line. I prefer the single line. You can do double if you'd like, but sometimes it gets in the way because I have so many images that the double line tends to block it. So I'll start with single if I need to. I guess it can be changed. So once everything is set up, I'm going to hit create captions, and here it goes again. All right. So you noticed all of a sudden this orange line appeared, this track, and it's got all the cuts in it. If you were to click on Welcome to the Memory Rainbow, notice that this particular clip, it actually went in and created an entire track and cut up all of these little clips, each with the particular sentence that I have here. Each one, as I go from sentence to sentence, I can click it here, and you can see start building your photographic memory. And I can make corrections. Notice that it's also on the screen, but it's pretty small. So that we're going to take care of because we're going to change that. Let me see if I can make this a little larger. Like this. You can grab these areas and pull. Okay, perfect. If you want to make this screen like super large, all you have to do is go to your computer. You can't see that, but you hit the squiggly line here on the left upper quadrant area of your computer. You click on that and you see automatically how large that is. Welcome to the Memory Rainbow. Each one has been created. Now, you want to go over here to the essential graphics. If that's not open, you go up to Window and you go to where it says Essential Graphics. Mine is already checked. Make sure yours is checked, and it should open up. Generally, for the most part, it opens up on this right side. I've got it here. I have it on Edit. If you put it on Browse, you're going to see some other things, so keep it on the Edit. And here it says no style at this time. I want to change my text to Montserrat, so Montserrat bold. Here we go. All right. And another thing you can do is to go into your Windows area and bring up your libraries. Click on this that says Library. And what it does, it has your colors. If you've already set up your brand colors, you can do that. Make sure that this playhead is on the actual clip. Now, sometimes you're trying to make a correction, and if this playhead is on the wrong clip, you're not going to see the change. So I think I was on the wrong clip. So let me come back here to this first clip and increase the size to what I want it to be. Okay, I removed, you can have a background there. You can do a color. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the fill. Let's try making the fill black. That's kind of bold. And let's go back and change this to Montserrat. Montserrat bold. Okay. And so we've got a nice black. Then what we can do, we can go down here to where you have corners. Let's make it a little rounded. See how that became round? You can bring it back this way for square. So I made it a little rounder. You can increase the area of that background. Make it really big, or you don't want to be too large because it's going to get in the way of your images. This 90 might be a little large. Let's come down a little bit more. You can also determine where you want this to sit. It's probably going to have to go up a little bit more. So we go to the Align and Transform. Align and Transform panel. Here you can go from side to side, right to left. If you want to center it, that's fine. And this one allows you to go up and down. So you don't want to be at the bottom. because YouTube might put information there. I want to bring this up a bit more. So just about there is a good spot. If you wanted to add an additional word, you can use this panel over here. I don't need it right now, but you can go back and forth and it would drop off a word and put it on a different line. If you want to take the shadow off, you can, because the shadow makes it more difficult to read. So I would take that shadow off. And you can probably see now, if you increase it too much, it creates 2 lines. That was 81, so I wanted 1 line. So I can go up to about, say, 73 sound. It looks pretty good, actually. So we'll leave it at 73. Now we need to go through and make corrections, but I'll do that later. What we're going to do, because if you go to each of these clips, you'll have to do them individually, and that you don't want to do. But in order to stop that, we need to create what's called a track style. So we're going to create style, and it's going to embody all that we've done. We're going to name this style. I'm going to call this Montserrat. I think this is going to be part 1. Pay attention to the name that I've given this. It says new text style. Click OK. Go back over here. You're going to look for your project. It says project here. This is an area, it overflows because there's so many things there, information, effects, history, markers, all kinds of stuff. So look for project, and it's going to open up over here. Now, if you look in here, here it is. It says A, Montserrat Bold, MR Part 1. That is the template that has been created. I can go to each and every one now. I see how automatically it adopts the same pattern. Every clip now adopts the same exact text as the one that we created. So that makes it so much faster rather than have to go to each clip and having to make those changes. That would take forever. You see how many clips have been created. So now you can spend your time going through and reading the script to make sure the captions are just the way you want it before you export the clip. This I would like to correct. You could correct it here if you want. I wanted to capitalize that. You see, automatically it changes it there. You can just simply click on the next one. Kind of highlights the section. Start building your photographic memory. Okay, that looks fine. And you notice down here that the timeline indicator, the playhead, moves as I click on each of these sentences. See that? I'm going to go back here. All right. So it says, take a look at the scene. That looks fine. Who was the 4th president of the United States of America? Just off the cuff. Do you remember? This is a scene that will help you to permanently, and that should say plant the answer to this question in your memory. And we'll talk about it later. The memory rainbow alphabet is associated with specific symbols with a permanent location. So combine all 3 elements of the tripod legs to create a memorable story that you will never forget. You can even start grouping different memories together so that the memories support each other, making recall more rapid. Yay, we've come to the end finally. So that was really great. I'm going to go ahead. I would do this quickly and make sure you save everything. So there we are. We've done it. We have definitely gone through the transcription, captions. We've created a template, which you can use again. You can actually export that. So let's go back to the project area. You can take this, you can right click on it and export text styles. Just click on that. And it opens up this panel where you would like to save it. I think I don't want it in uploads. I think I want it in documents. I think I'll go to my documents, and I think side of the documents, I think this is the one. Okay, I think this is the one. Okay. And that's where I would save it. So you can actually go back to documents open that up. Here it is. That's how it looks. And you can put it where you want it so you can find it. And you can reuse that again later on. I think we've completed our task. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, just send me a note in the comments and I will go over it again with you. Thank you and have a wonderful day.